Hello, hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin gives us some downside. Just now we see a little bit of downside after the US market opened. However, there is at the moment not enough evidence to say that we get another low more directly. We will talk about the microstructures in a minute. Let's zoom out a little bit. Overall situation hasn't changed. There are still two scenarios I'm tracking. The first one is that from the 25th of August high, a wave 1, 2 finished, and then we had another 1, 2 setup. Yeah, this is what we already talked about anyway. And we are now in a third wave to the downside that might take us to 53,627 or 52,246 roughly in that area, if the third wave to the downside is being followed. Technically doesn't even need to go down that much, but in the subsequent wave 4, we should avoid a break into the wave 1 price region. So it needs to have a certain length in order to not be invalidated. And also, based on this microstructure, and bear in mind, microstructures on this degree, they are very fluid, flexible, fragile rather, yeah, and will change very often. So we're dealing with a very, very small time frame. Just to give you a decent level of detail, right? And at the moment, obviously, the wave structures are very, I don't want to say easy to identify, but you get a good read of the microstructures, which is not always the case. But when price action is potentially impulsive, you'll obviously get it. So if we are in this yellow wave count, then the price should stay below the resistance area that I talked about in the last update. So between 56,680 and 56,980 here. This is sort of the resistance area. I shared an update earlier today with our gold members that it could be that this wave 4 is actually unfolding as a triangle. If that's the case, it might have topped already A, B, C, D, E. So A, B, C, D, E, and it could be complete, this triangle, and would then require to break out to the downside at some point here. First indication that we're heading to the downside would be a break below the last low at 56,230, followed obviously by a break below the swing low here that formed on Wednesday. Well, overnight low, 55,750. Okay, so I prefer further downside more directly. However, what about an alternative? In the alternative scenario, and I shared that with you already in the previous video as well, we're likely dealing with a larger wave 2. In this case, resistance would be between 57,750 and 58,929. How would that be? How would that be built into this overall structure? Well, in this case, orange scenario, where we have a 1-2, 1-2 setup as well. I just talked about the yellow count, 1-2, 1-2. The only difference is that the larger wave 2 didn't top here on Thursday the 29th in the orange scenario, but here on the 3rd of September. That doesn't make a great difference, but you might recall that I said this move down is a bit ambiguous. It could be an overshooting B wave to the downside, and in the orange count that would be the case. So regardless of which wave count it is, as long as we stay below 58,930, the overall downside pressure remains quite high. There is a micro resistance area and a larger resistance area. Only above 58,930, we need to think about maybe a reinterpretation of the chart. I also want to share with you the daily chart. Before we do that, quick announcement. In the next few weeks, actually starting from Saturday the 7th, I'm going to run a risk management masterclass for our Discord members. So if you are silver or gold member and you have access to our Discord server, you will get the links. It's every Saturday, 1 hour, 4 p.m. UTC, 5 sessions. It's a live stream, no chart analysis, pure risk management for traders, investors. It is crucial to cover that before I roll out more trading content here on YouTube, but also on Discord for our members. If you're interested to learn pretty much everything you need to know about risk management, then yeah, make sure that you check out our membership. I think it is crucial, right? There's so many comments about, what should I do and buy here, sell there, and I am at a loss. And trading shouldn't be like that. So we want to cover that really in depth. I wanted to run it as a full week, Monday to Friday, but actually given that many people are at work and we have an international community, I had to do it on a Saturday. And I can't do it on the same day when we run our normal live streams every Sunday. So decided to go for a Saturday, but recordings will be available. So in case you can't make one session, that's fine as well. You can always watch the recording. Let us take a look at the daily chart so you get a good idea of where we are when we look at the bigger picture, the larger cycle, and also you get access to all our live charts, by the way, as a member anyway. So you see when I make any changes here to the charts. So this is the overall move to the downside that is currently preferred, but for really, let's say, an increase in downside pressure, we now need to take out the next fib level, 55,830. That's the 50% retracement. That's also the Wednesday low. That needs to be broken. And then next support would be at 54,265 and 52,108. If this is really the yellow scenario that takes us down further, then these levels should be broken, okay? And I already gave you the key resistance levels on the smaller time frame. Of course, a more bullish scenario is possible as per the white roadmap, white wave count, but that requires proving. So we would have to break above these resistances I mentioned first. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.